Hello and good afternoon from your Community Stadium. I'm Shaun Cashmore. Next to me this afternoon is Craig Barnes, and you are with us for the second Saturday in a row here in the National League North as visiting Chorley come to take on Leamington. Leamington got the first win of the season at home 7 days ago as a topsy-turvy game against Radcliffe saw them come out in a 2-1 victory. On Bank Holiday Monday, Leamington hit the road to take on relatively nearby Kidderminster Harriers. With just over 20 minutes to go, Owen Farmer stepped up from all of 25 yards and delightfully dispatched a free kick past keeper Dibble. And with the game ticking to a close, deep into 6 minutes added on, break sub Ethan Hill, in just his second appearance, latched onto a flick on from Ant Lynn to angle his finish into the roof of the net. That travelling support, though, they would have thought that was enough to secure a point, but despair for players and fans of the Breaks. But again, disappointment aside, it was another good performance against a full-time team in the National League North. Today's opponents, Chorley, are not only one of the league's early pace setters, sat second only behind 5 wins from 5 South Shields, but have scored the most goals in the league and are on the back of finding 4 goals for the last 2 games in a row. These two sides, of course, they met twice last year and dished up 8 goals across the 2 games. 2-1 defeat for the Breaks at Victory Park last September was followed up by an excellent 3-2 win here at your Community Stadium in March when Farmer, Berridge and Williams got the goals that sealed those points. In it goes, in towards the feet of Paish on the edge of the area. Paish can't bring it down. Chorley clear it away only as far as Joe Clark. Clark, with his number 17 shirt, gets away from the attentions of Carr. Burton tries to chip one over towards Berridge. Berridge brings it down well on the edge of the area, drives from goalwards. It's a good couple of yards wide, but it's really good play from Tim Berridge. Worked over towards the far side. Berridge in the end managed to bring it down, just scuffed his right foot shot. Couple of yards wide of Irwin's right hand upright, but in the end, good attacking intent from Leamington. Carr picks one up on the edge of the Leamington penalty area and again switches it out towards Whitehouse. Whitehouse can come forward all the way to the edge. Left-footed drive! Well, Ravenhill was never worried. He just has a quizzical look behind him, but it was always going wide, I think. But what Paul Halloran won't be happy with is that Billy Whitehouse has been given a foot 5 or 6 yards there just to advance into and then have a left-footed drive fairly unopposed.
And as you were describing the action, I was watching to see how many Chorley players were flooding forward. 35 yards out and 6 Chorley players looking to get beyond the ball, looking to get onto second balls, looking to see what would happen from there. And in the end, the chance was wasted.
Whitehouse with the drive! Just over the top, and it was agonisingly over the top at that. Well, it all came out of nothing really, didn't it, Craig? We were just chatting and all of a sudden the ball was flicked over towards Billy Whitehouse on the right-hand side, and the 29-year-old who's already had a sighter this afternoon decided that he'd have another go, and Ravenhill was at full stretch as the ball was just a whisker over the top of his crossbar. Leamington 0, Chorley 0, and Adam Blakeman will come all the way across to take this corner on the left-hand side. Chipped in towards a good area again. Players go down in the box, but Clark heads away. Help goalwards. Clark chests it down, then sent goalwards. Really good save from Ravenhill. Back in towards the penalty area again. Still a Chorley man down in the area. Then Meredith has been taken down as Leamington tried to break. Blakeman was the man who was adjudged to have given the foul. Carr is still down in the box. Again, he's not happy with referee Neil Pratt. And well, it was all going on, but as the ball worked in, it was 6s and 7s, ping ball inside the Leamington penalty area. It eventually fell to a Chorley player who could have a shot in anger, and in the end Ravenhill did well to save with his feet and get the ball away from trouble. Blakeman drives the ball on his shirt and now will wind one up in towards the Leamington penalty area, flicked on it towards a dangerous area. Walker had to clear his lines and did so very well. Helped back in though by Blakeman, left-footed all the way over the top of Ravenhill, who it just swirled in that wind you were mentioning, Craig, and Ravenhill got his position a little bit wrong and in the end just had to touch one over his own crossbar as he retreated.
But it was great awareness, wasn't it? You know, as I'm saying about the wind, he knew it was coming in, and he was head and shoulders, he is, as I say, quite a tall keeper, above anybody else, and made sure that he safety first.
Ball headed away from Chorley by Bird at the back. Bird, the centre-back for the Magpies, as he sends it out towards Henley on this right-hand side. The aforementioned Henley sends it down the line. Whitehouse, can he get his cross in? Shepherded by two gold and black shirts. One of those is Evans, who can't stop him getting a left-footed cross in towards a good area, and it's a really good touch by Ravenhill. Ram wasn't quite getting there. Simpson was ghosting in at the far post. Simpson has a little grin towards Ravenhill because he had to get something on it, and he just got a skim of the knuckles to it and swirled it behind for a corner. So Leamington have men forward for this throw from Berridge. Walker and Burton on the edge. Clark goes to offer short. Berridge ignores him. Ball in towards the area. Headed away. Appeals for handball. Certainly seemed to come off a hand, but it was a header away by a Chorley player into his own man, so it would have been harsh. Leamington pick up the loose ball. Clark out towards Berridge again. Berridge drops a shoulder. Left-footed crossing towards a good area towards the far post. Not headed away. Williams with a header goalwards. It's a good few yards wide, but again, better intent from Leamington. The ball was worked in towards the area. Chorley didn't clear it first time, only as far as the edge, and as the ball then was lofted back up again, Ewan Williams tried to add to the 2 goals he got last weekend, just couldn't quite send it on target. Walker now, the Leamington captain, brings it forward. Burton on this left-hand side. Burton, though, sells Berridge short, but then wins back the ball that he gave away. Now Burton comes forward all the way towards the penalty area. Burton still going. Burton bundled over. Referee winds it and waves it away. Walker receives the ball from Lynn. Farmer, Meredith on the overlap. Meredith all the way towards the dead ball line. Stabbed goalwards from Ant Lynn. Really good save from Irwin. Had to spread himself at the near post. Really good attack from Leamington. Started by D'Amico Burton. He was fouled on the edge, but the referee said it wasn't a foul we played on. Then we worked out to Meredith on the right-hand side, who drove all the way to the dead ball line. His ball in towards the near post was sent goalwards by Lynn. Good save by Irwin. It'll be a corner to Leamington.
Well, I'm interested to hear your thoughts here, Shaun, because I hopefully have called this game fairly, but I thought it arguably was a penalty. I'd like to see that back. It's
one of them, maybe in the middle of the pitch it's a free kick, right on the edge of the penalty area, just inside the box. Is the referee going to give it? Is it enough? But the referee was very quick to wave it away. And what you do have to say for Neil Pratt is he was in a fabulous position to see it and was very quickly with his action to say no and cross the arms. So either way, here at Cork Community Stadium, we are 26 minutes into this second half, and it is still Leamington 0, Chorley 0. Blakeman then with the free kick, lofted all the way to the far post, headed goalwards across the Leamington penalty area. Can't get away at the first time of asking, they do at the second. Help back in, Ram can't get his head to it. What a save by Ravenhill. Leamington clear their lines through Meredith, and the debutant keeper has come up with a fabulous stop. Got a big glove to it, got his big body down to it. Now the offside flag is raised, so this one will go goalwards and not count, but it's wide anyway. But as the ball was worked back in, a glancing header down, and Ravenhill got a big glove to it just to claw it away.
Well, these highlights are going to be worth watching just for the Rogan Ravenhill show, really. What a commanding keeper he looks. Looks to have a very bright future at just 19. Remember, he only turned up here yesterday, not knowing his teammates, on loan from Barnsley, and another one for the catalogue there.
Blakeman comes across to send another one of these long throws into the box. In towards the penalty area it goes. Burton does really well, positioned himself well, helped back in by Chorley. Ewan Williams puts a big head through it. Farmer collects on halfway. Leamington try and work their way up the pitch. Here's Shaw, he's got Walker on the left hand side. Shaw gets away from his man, he's got support. Shaw's got 2 up with him, decides on Farmer, puts it wide. Well, Owen Farmer had all the space just to try and work one in towards the far post where Irwin was one-on-one with him, and he couldn't quite wrap his foot round it. Shaw did all the hard work, beat 2 men in the middle of the pitch, broke away, had 2 break shirts up with him, Ethan Hill on his right, Owen Farmer on his left, and Owen Farmer, as he ploughed his way into the box, just couldn't send one goalwards. Leamington 0, Chorley 0.
And that was really unselfish from Shaw, wasn't it? As you say, did all the hard work and could very easily have pulled the trigger himself. Instead played in, Farmer to his left, quite an acute angle really, tried to whip it round and couldn't quite do so, with Irwin coming out of his goal to narrow the width of the posts and just put it wide.
Header in towards Hill. Hill sends it goalwards, just the post. Can Antlin get the retrieving ball? No. Burton still in the penalty area, can't quite get it out of his feet. Again, it's saved by Irwin. The Chorley shot stopper does really well. Ethan Hill holds his head in his hands. The ball came bouncing through. Ethan Hill sent it goalwards and it came off the post. Antlin couldn't turn in the loose ball. D'Amico Burton couldn't get the ball out of his feet. As he did, smothered by Irwin. It's out for a Chorley throw-in on the left-hand side.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I apologise to Shaun, because I just looked down at my notes there, and Leamington were on the ball, but Leamington's best spell of pressure as well.
And again, the wind just picks up around Yacourt Community Stadium, and we have 5 minutes of the 90 to go here at Yacourt Community Stadium. So certainly feel like there's a goal in this game, Craig. It's for a 0-0 for the neutral. I'd certainly say it's not been a bad game at all.
You've just took the words out of my mouth. I've just looked down and saw that we were inside the last 5 minutes. I was going to say exactly the same thing to you.
Evans will stand over it, right-footed. Leamington have plenty forward. D'Amico Burton highly advanced on the left-hand side. Evans, the last man back, will take the free kick. Sends it in towards the far post where Burton climbs, bounces down loose. Burton sends it goalwards. Leamington take the lead. It's the number 4 Max Ram. He's been ever consistent at the back, and he's got his first goal in the gold and black. Leamington take the lead late on. The free kick worked in by Evans onto the head of D'Amico Burton. Chorley couldn't clear their lines, and it just fell down to Max Ram, who rifled one into the back of the net. No way that Matt Irwin was keeping that one out, and the Leamington centre-back gets his first goal for the club. It's Leamington 1, Chorley 0.
And you have to say it has been coming. I mean, they just couldn't clear their lines, could they? Couldn't clear it. Lots of shots coming in. Ram there at the end and putting the ball in the back of the net.
Well, he certainly enjoyed that one, Max Ram. His 5th appearance for the club, his 1st goal for the club, for the 6'3" centre-back, and he powered it home. Chorley don't think that this is dead. They work it out towards the right-hand side. Leamington lead late on. Walker has got Shaw for company. Ball in towards a good area. Misses everyone. Shot comes goalwards. Blocked off the goal line. Falls down towards a Chorley player. Can't send it goalwards. Cleared by Farmer. Still the ball's not dead. Work back in towards the far post. Ram gets a header on it. Gets a big slap on the back from the Leamington keeper, Ravenhill, as well. Great defending from Leamington. Bodies on the line. Cleared once. Cleared twice. Out for a corner. Irwin, the Chorley shot stopper, sends one up towards the edge of the box. Ellis is up there. Evans wins the loose ball off him. Now Leamington can try and play out from the back. Evans still has the ball, toes it away. Leamington centre back out of position. Chorley come forward on the left hand side. Hewitt bears down on Meredith. Meredith beaten for pace. Hewitt all the way towards the penalty area. Across comes Walker. Did well. Stands on the dead ball line. Clears it away. Only as far as Blakeman, who has the drives. Hits a Chorley man. Can Leamington clear their lines? Yes, they can. Only as far as Ethan Hill, who sends it up towards Lynn. Henley gets there. Henley sends one in from deep. Lynn was being a nuisance for himself. Ravenhill comes. Big punch from the Leamington shot stopper. Got a big glove on it. Still we play. Out with Ibbotson on the right hand side. Takes on Burton. Back towards the number 17 of Walker, who works it in towards a good area, but then Williams puts a right foot volley straight through it, and it comes all the way back to Irwin. Irwin's going to work it forward. Lynn is hustling and shussling his man, but it counts for nothing, because there goes the full-time whistle, and Chorley have suffered defeat for the first time this season. There's going to be a late booking, I think, because Blakeman is in the ear of the referee, and I think he said too much. Walker now and Blakeman are going at it in the middle of the pitch. Walker's trying to get Blakeman away from the referee, and there's just a bit of pushing and shoving in the middle of the park. A little bit of an unsavoury ending. Leamington, though, they could be mighty proud with the work they've put in this afternoon. Big fist slaps for the Leamington shot stopper, Rogan Ravenhill. He certainly deserved that. Leamington players down on their haunches in the away end, because they have been absolutely run into the ground this afternoon, but they're mighty proud of the performance they put in, and so they should be.
That was an excellent breaks display. You know, Chorley, they could have scored a couple of goals. Rogan Ravenhill was superb throughout. I think he was my man of the match, really. Hopefully Leamington, that's back-to-back home wins now. We can get back to getting some points on the board here and try and improve on the road, and we'll be in for a good season ourselves too.
It's finished here at Yacourt Community Stadium. Leamington 1, Chorley 0.
Paul, a very strong 3 points out there against Chorley and a clean sheet. You must be very happy with the performance today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was. I think sort of we've had South Shields, we've had Kiddie Monday, then we've got Chorley today, and 3 really strong sides in the league. Chorley are probably a team that, when we first arrived many years ago, I used to sort of think, model ourselves on them a bit really. They're such a good functional side, so many good players. good percentage football team, lots of quality. Don't waste many balls. A really tough side to keep a clean sheet against. Trust me, that's a phenomenal effort today. As the legwork we put in. Our structure today, around the box, defending the box, the long throws, and then look to threat all afternoon as well on the changeover. No, so listen, after the deflation of Monday for everybody, and I left it. When you've been around long as I have, I'm disappointed. Obviously, I was so deflated for the players and the fans because everything they'd done, and then we sort of got a bit too emotionally involved on Monday at the end and didn't quite do what we needed to do in the box defensively. Didn't manage it right at that moment. Whereas today, and it was something that we've spoke a lot about this week, managing our defensive third today, been structured, been brave, been aggressive, managing all the little elements in football as well were important. We've done that to a man today. It really was. It was a really, really good performance. And then, like you say, we started the game really brightly and finished the game really brightly. I'm delighted for everybody, really.
You talked there about how important it was defensively. Chorley have scored the most goals. Well, one of the teams who have scored most goals this season. How important was it for all four goalkeepers to be together today? Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, you could see it throughout all the lines. Like you say, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to. The lines have got to be right. The units have got to be right. The duels have got to be right. The combinations have got to be right. You've got to get your set plays right. Like I say, we've all done really well at that. On the turnover transition, we could have done better at times. But I thought we looked a threat all afternoon, and then considering that when I pulled up at training at 6 o'clock on Thursday to have a phone call that our latest goalkeeper was going into the EFL, which is fantastic, and great kid Will, but at 6:15, when Chorley are coming, who are probably, there's no team in the league who've got so much variation on set plays. Then that's in the back of your mind. So to say, how pleased I am with Rogan today is just fantastic. So I thought, he was really, really good.
You just speak there about the goalkeeper. Last week we said how the build-up wasn't great because you had to find a new keeper. And then again this week you've had to do the same thing. But again, another goalkeeper who's had a fantastic debut. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, it's. I wouldn't want to do it every week, trust me. But listen, we've. He's another one that we've seen because obviously he was at Matlock last year. You see, so you get a feel for him. And he's only a young boy. He's only 19. And he's had a couple of loans, so it's a bit like when we signed Eddie. You get a feel for him when they've been out in non-league, they've played, and obviously I've got a really good friend at Barnsley, and he's managed in this league as well, so he knows what's required. So when I spoke to a couple of the Buxton boys, the Matlock boys, and I had a feel for it that he'd be okay. But for 19 years of age, he's very impressive. His whole persona. He was very good today. So along with the 10 boys in front of him, or the 15 boys in front of him. So like you say, we've just been unfortunate at the end. Owen had a great chance. I think Ethan again popped in with that little run. But it was nice just to get. I could see it going towards a 0-0, but it was lovely to just get that goal at the end.